All right, Zach and Brendan here. Thanks again for joining us on this little series as we talk about the mindset of what it takes to be a quarterback. We talked about grit last time, right? Mm-hmm. And just the sludge, the consistency to keep going. This week we're going to talk about leadership. When you have a client by default, you're the leader, right? They look to you for leading. So when your client comes to you, right, they want to be led, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have to give them good advice and tell them what's the best program for them in my point of view, what's the best product from you. And as a realtor, you have to direct them. They have a lot of questions, they have a lot of uncertainty, especially first-time home buyers. They don't know what to do, and they don't need multiple choices on every different level of insurance guys, lenders, inspectors. It's confusing. Their parents told them they shouldn't buy the house. They can't afford it. They shouldn't live in that neighborhood. They're too young. All this stuff. So you, as the point person, you're the expert. Say, hey, I think these guys do a great job, and I think you'll get a good service over there. I think that initial leadership, emboldens you, or makes you look really good because you're sending them down the right path. You're not just letting them go with who they picked because you don't know if that person's any good or not.
Yeah, and I think too, our clients come to us, they got a lot on their plates, especially in the real estate transaction. I mean, you probably see this with your clients. I mean, anxiety, depression, stress. I mean, it's higher than it's ever been before because there's so much being thrown on people's plates. And so I think in sales and the way we like to do business and the way that a lot of you guys do business is we really want to make it simple for them. We want to make it an easy transaction so they don't have to worry about the mortgage. They don't have to worry about the insurance. They don't have to worry about buying the house because they know that you're going to lead them properly, right? And so when we take that off their plate and we lead decisively, all of a sudden now the weight of the world feels like it's off their shoulders, and it makes us look good, right? And it makes them look good.
Yeah, and how you lead and who you direct them to is a reflection on the whole transaction and how they're going to remember it and how they're going to come back to you or refer you. So you have to entrust people that you know will do a good job so the client does have a good experience. Because a lot of people will say they will give you a good experience and it just doesn't happen. So it's
Yeah. Well, we talk about too, a lot of times we're talking about leadership, and we're talking about, the team that you're going to have around you. See, as a realtor, it's not just you who's in the transaction. You have other people you're referring business to. That's why we're making this video, because we want to be a part of your team. And when you are making those passes and you're leading the play down the field, it's important to know who you're passing to. It's important to know that that person's going to catch the ball and they're going to take it and get the first down and get that down the field, right? Because when we don't lead, a lot of times if we just say, well, get a loan or get an insurance policy or do whatever you want to do, there's a lot of fumbles and the ball's dropped. Right?
So Zach has a great reference. You're going down the field. You're Matt Ryan. You got Julio Jones over here, and your Uncle Joe who just got into whatever business it is, and it's there's the minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Are you throwing Uncle Joe or are you throwing to one of the best receivers in the NFL, Julio Jones? So don't throw to Uncle Joe because Uncle Joe might drop the ball and it's going to look bad with you.
Yeah, and that's your role as a leader, right? And it's not easy being a leader, but that's why you get paid the big bucks to step up and lead the play. So leadership, man, developed off of grit. Next week, we're excited to talk about humility because that's a key component of quarterbacking the sale.
Huge.
See you next week.